My name is Fred T. Martinez, T for Toscano. I was born and raised here in Wilmington in 1927. My whole family was born here. My father and mother were from Mexico, and when I grew up, I got started here on the waterfront by coincidence. As a young man, I started selling newspapers on the docks, on the passenger ships or the freighters that used to come to unload. And one of the experiences that I remember was tying up or trying to tie up a lumber ship that was docking here in Wilmington. When they threw the heaving line, I thought I could catch it, and it hit me right in the pit of the stomach, and it knocked the wind out of me. And the captain, when I was able to walk, the captain gave me $1, and he told me, "Don't ever try to catch a heaving line, young man." I never forgot that incident, and that's what got me started with the interest on working on the docks. Oh, I worked 38 years on the waterfront. Jobs that included were discharging lumber from the lumber ships, handling the rubber bales that were difficult to hook up and take apart. We worked fish meal that used to come in sacks, and I caught a number of jobs with asbestos that was very bad. You could see when you looked up in the sunlight how it was flaking down out of the burlap sacks. Of course, everybody that started handled bananas first. I remember that. And steel beams, steel pipes that when they came out of the hatch, it had to come out on an angle. And then they landed on the combing of the hatch to move and shift the chains or the slings so it would come onto the dock level. Because when it came out of the hatch, it was on an angle. That I remember. And that's about, oh, by the way, that frozen tuna, when they first started coming in from Japan, they were huge. And some of it was difficult to put in the containers. The years that I worked on the docks, I remember how we started with from the sporties. At that time, they was called the Harbor Athletic Club, and that's where we started. And my very dear friend, Dudley Hay, I nicknamed him Boats because he was huge. He was a huge man, and when we got our IDs, we got to become partners. And one incident that I can remember was that when we were loading oranges on the old Matson dock, there was a guy standing in the middle of the hatch, and my partner boats asked me, who in the hell is that guy standing there that's not working? And I said, I have no idea. After our lunch break, he asked me again, and I walked up to him and I asked him, are you from Hueneme? And he said, no, I'm an ID like you are. And I told him, I said, well, then get your hands on those damn boxes, because he was rocking back and forth on his heels. And after that, when I went back to my partner boats, he said, what do you say? I said, he's from Hueneme. He said he is, and since then I nicknamed him Hueneme, who was Hugh Hunter, that became my partner also later on in years. But there's Harry Bridges, which was the man that started this strong union. We have always heard of his name, that we respect it dearly. To all you young men and women that's starting in the waterfront here on the jobs, you have to try to remember to be united, stick together, work together, because there's no other union so strong as ours, and the benefits that you are going to get when you retire. So stick together and keep up the good work.